Hello, fellow Rosarians. Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to walk around and show you everything that's in bloom, even if it doesn't look pretty right now. It is the first week in November, and I've got a couple of things still in bloom, and that may help you as you are planning your orders for next season. Before we get started, if you have not had an opportunity to smell a fragrant tea olive, oh my goodness. These are hardy zones 8 to 10, so I'm zone pushing this a little bit because I'm in zone 7B, and it is amazing. I just bought 2 more from Costco. It comes in a pack of 2, and I have trained this more like a crepe myrtle tree, but the scent on this goes for at least 50 feet, and you'll get a hint of it and you'll say, oh my goodness, what is that? It's kind of like jasmine. It just permeates the air, and then you'll remember and say, oh my goodness, it's that fragrant tea olive. It's just amazing. So that's blooming here now, and oh my gosh, I have a hard time concentrating on anything else because it's so amazing. So then we've got the wee white hydrangea here on the front. Ignore the porta potty with the renovation. It's just a beautiful accent to our garden. But let's walk around here and look at the beautiful bliss over there on that side. So the bliss is looking fantastic still. So this is Bliss Parfuma. And actually, I think the name has changed. It's Parfuma Bliss now. But it is still blooming for us and looking great. We'll go over to the waterfront side in a second. This is a, what is this called? The name's escaping me. So Bliss is looking fantastic. We'll go look at this on the waterfront side in a second. And then we also have piano here. This is Wedding Piano. That I believe is by Tanto, and that looks great. If we back up here, this is Christopher Marlowe, and I've done a spotlight on that on the channel, and it's just a very low arching shrub by David Austin that's not in circulation anymore, but I've sent cuttings over to Nate over at Garden LLC, so he will have that in the future to share with you. This is Cream Veranda. Cream Veranda has done very well for us. I'm going to add some more in the future that will go around the front here. And it's just a very healthy rose. I believe this is another piano here on the front. This is, which one? Happy Piano. But we've got Bliss in here. Sorry about the light. You can see I've let all of the pine needles just lay. I'm not going to rake those out. I'm just going to let that add insulation. This is Star of the Republic. Now we have been getting temperatures that get down to the 30s. I believe we've had 1 freeze now in zone 7B. I have a bloom here on Pink Traviata. Sensuous. Desdemona. This is Larissa. So Larissa's got a couple blooms here. I've got a standard for Desdemona that would really like to have the opportunity to put out some more blooms for us. Look, I've got a ton of blooms down here. If you have an opportunity to buy this rose, I can't say enough about it. I really love it. Rosary de Châtelet. Look at the color on this rose. I've done a spotlight on it. I'm not sure if it's come up yet on my channel. I know I've queued it up. There are so many blooms on it. Super healthy. The breeder is, gosh, I'm gonna say it wrong, so let's just go ahead and show you the label. So it is on Multiflora. You gotta give this one some room. It's taller than me. It's gonna come up here on 6 foot, and it's pretty wide. I also have Celestine here giving us a bloom, and it is a Jalbert rose. Kind of reminds me of the Florist Rose Kate. Pretty frilly. I've got my climbers. I've been working on getting those trained. And saying that, I just remembered that I still have the Peggy Martins down at the water. They've gone nuts, and I have not had a chance to get them back in check. This is Artemis, I think. Let me see. No, Anastasia. Anastasia, this is the first year. And Anastasia on Multiflora is 6.5 feet already. I've got 3 remaining blooms. Oh, it smells really nice. So I certainly could cut these and bring them inside, but I just like to see them on the shrub. Who is this? Romantic Fuchsia. I've got 1 bloom left. Desdemona, my standard. I have a lot of blooms here. You can see that I have not put my collars on with the pipe insulation. If you're looking to winterize your standards, your trees, I wait until the temperatures are consistently days, including the days, in the 30s. This is Romantic Red. So wait until the temperatures are consistently in the 30s, and then I go ahead and put the pipe insulation on it, and I've done a video on that. This is Prospero. This is a David Austin. Let's see. This is Sophie's Rose. Wife of Bath. This is Port Marion. Got more blooms here. So if your roses have stopped blooming, I'm saving this to give cuttings to Nate. This is, who is this? Reminiscent Pink, which is a Proven Winners. I'm not really detecting much of fragrance on that. Okay, back to what I was saying. If you are just curious about my bloom season and maybe why I'm going a little bit longer, we're on the Potomac River, and so the river actually brings more warmth into the air. Maybe that has something to do with it. This is Benjamin Britten. That could be part of it, that the air is just a little bit warmer. I do fertilize once a month, so my soil is very healthy. I have clay soil, and I've been gardening the soil for 10 years. So it's all about making sure that your soil is healthy. This is Souvenir de la Malmaison. Each one of these, I know you guys are going to ask, is it fragrant? So I'm giving them a test. A very light fragrance on that one. Back here we've got Carefree Wonder. This is actually Lucetta. It tends to arch for me, so I just wanted to train that one as a climbing rose. Nahima in its first year has gone crazy, so I'm training that. Ooh, let's go out here and I want you guys to see my my Bliss Parfuma. I'm going to be adding another Bliss here at the mailbox, and before all of the mailbox police get upset, I'm a helicopter mom, so I do plan on having another Bliss here, but I'm going to make sure that I'm pulling it back so that my mail lady doesn't get accosted by a rose. But this is Bliss blooming here, and so I just want Bliss to kind of, you know, you'll still be able to see the mailbox number, but you know, kind of be out here blooming. Oh, here's some more blooms here, very pretty. Who else do we have? I cleaned all of the knot garden up, and I didn't count how many bulbs I put in here, but there's a lot of bulbs in here that are pink, white, and purples. See, I had a bloom in here that may not be looking so great because I was looking at it the other day. This is Grande Laurose. It's a NERP. Bishop's Castle. And these blooms aren't super happy because they're in the shade. This is Barbara Austin. What are you doing, Miller? Are you looking at the roses? Okay, we'll come through the back side here. Is this the Dark Lady? Oops. This is the Dark Lady. I need to get in here and get some of my propagations out. I don't know. This was Othello. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is Radio Times. Some of the older David Austins are really fantastic. Some of the newer ones are too. We'll look at this from the other side in a second. We'll look at this from the other side. Let me see if there's anything over here. So I worked on training my climbers. Let's see, nothing to see over here. I still haven't worked on my raised boxes. The year just got away from me. Okay, who is this? Sir John Betjeman is in here. This is this James Austin? This is James Austin. James Austin. And then we've got, is this Gabrielle Oak? This is Gabrielle Oak, is that right? Yeah, this is Gabrielle Oak, surprisingly. This is Back in Black, which was hybridized by Schmitz, the owners of Palatine. I'm really happy with their roses. This is Bordeaux, which is a Cortez rose. And this is also Bordeaux. Black Caviar, awesome color. This is the Squire, just finished up. Who is this? Maggie. Maggie took a while to take off for us, but very pretty color. I believe this is this also Maggie? Let me see. No, this is Baroness. Baroness is a Tanto rose. Okay, so this is all Radio Times in here for us. Okay, now this is Easy Does It finishing up. That bloom's not a whole lot to look at. This is Sweet Mademoiselle. I love this bloom. I have a lot of potted plants that I want to put in the ground this weekend. Okay, this is Scarborough Fair. Let me stand in front of it so you can see it in a shady view. Look how pretty. It's very dainty. Again, Desdemona. Back there. I've got two blooms here of a lady's blush. Desdemona. Calypso, which is a pink limb rose. Take the needle out. Pine needles. Right. This is a country parson. These blooms are really hanging down. Look at that. Even this one down here just completely down. Very interesting. Carding Mill. One tiny bloom of Charlotte. I don't know the name of this rose. It was labeled as Litchfield, and I keep it hanging around hoping that it'll just show me if it's really Litchfield, but it has a lot of tendencies to be a climber. Sometimes I think it's Sombriel, so I'm watching it. Elegant Fairy Tale here. Port Sunlight. I've got an Evelyn still blooming over here. This one is a knockout. Raspberry Cupcake. Raspberry Cupcake. This is the end of Forever Amber. Abraham Darby. And this one actually does not look bad. So here is the difference I've seen right now. Its own root. Whereas my Abraham Darby that are on Dr. Huey are a mess every single year. So just a data point. This is Dylan from Jawbert. Really pretty. I actually have two shrubs here. I'd like to get another. So I will be looking for this on multiflora again in the future. Okay, this is Artemis. Bloom is aging there. Oh, I see some here. Hold on. There you go. Oh, here's a surprise for you. This is Lady Emma. This is also Lady Emma. These are all the pots that are going into the garden over the next couple of days. This is Pat Austin. This is all Desdemona. And this is Jude. So folks asked to see varieties that are blooming. So I have just little smatterings here and there of one bloom here and there. So I hope that this video is helpful. Benjamin. What is this? Oh, this is William Morris. That's a Renovation right there. This is Sweet Juliet. This is Windermere. Windermere is actually one of my favorites. It really kind of reminds me of Jude, don't you think? And this is Windermere again. I'm climbing over this pile right now because I want you to see this. Let's look at it on the other side. This is Sanssouci. Okay, this is Double Easy Orange, and it struggles with black spot for me. I've got my dahlias coming into bloom. Who's this? Oh, Anna Fendi. Now, these are all from Roses Unlimited. This is Jerry Jennings. That one's probably from Rogue. Guy de Maupassant. This is Helga's Quest. Oh, this is a favorite of mine. This actually came from Hortico, Antique Caramel. I love this, especially with this planting, companion planting, and I honestly don't remember the name right now. This is Style 800. Okay, this is Versigny. Ooh, pretty. This is also Versigny. This is Francis Blaze, and it was looking much prettier earlier today. This is Strike It Rich. And this is Johann Strauss. So, this is my life right now. And my framers are not ready to start until mid to late February. So the goal is that we will backfill all of the soil as soon as the block guys are done. And then I did not calculate how close, this is going to be porches, and I did not calculate how close the porches were to the fence. So this is going to be a walkway. And so all of these plantings need to be come up, and it'll be like the other side of the house where it's basically just a walkway with climbers. So I need to find a home for all this. And so the excavator is gonna, backfill and level everything out for me, kind of, so that I can at least be working through the winter to find homes for these around the new house. Oh, it just stresses me out, especially since I have to find homes for these, and I have an untold number of roses that I don't even want to think about that are coming in the spring. This is Winchester Cathedral. And so it's blooming a lot. You can see that it also has a lighter color leaf, which would give you some variation in your garden, which is nice. I see Vanessa Bell blooming down here. That also has a lighter leaf. This is, This is Peach Perfection. I've been not overly impressed with this one. I have Peach Perfection here and Peach Glory, and I think they're just, normally I can plant 3 foot apart, but I just think that they're competing too much in this space. So let's get them some more room when I start moving people. Look at this huge caterpillar on here. Ugh, no thank you. I can't believe I've got caterpillars right now and it's 30 degrees. Okay, who's this? This is Head Over Heels, Pink Lemon Rose. This is a Lady Emma Hamilton. Who else do we have? We've got Olivia. And this Olivia, I love Olivia, very healthy. So in this area, I must have 7 Olivia and Queen of Sweden. Encore azaleas are fantastic. You're going to get at least 3 blooms a season. So in this bed, I've got encores and daylilies. I see the daylilies are trying to put on some blooms again. I've got salvia. I have clipped back the boxwood. This is, that sun needs to finish going down. While that sun's going down, let's skip over to the other side where I've got a little bit of shade. This is a distant drums. He's been tucked away over here. Coco Loco. And I've just been cleaning up overgrown branches on the trees that are kind of cutting out the shade and cleaning up everything. In here we've got La Marne. This has such an extended bloom. I am really enjoying La Marne. This is let's see who just finished up here. True Impression by Ping Lim just finished up. What's this? Ice Cap. Ice Cap just finished up. Actually, that's not Ice Cap. This is, so we've got Ice Cap here that just finished up. And then back here is Soft and Sweet by Jalbert. I love his roses. Back here, we have a rose that's going to come out because I just really don't like it. This is bright and shiny, and it's in a shady location, and it still blooms, but it just doesn't bring me joy. I don't know how this is, but this says Double Delight. That's coming out because it just hasn't bloomed in its current location. This is Cream Veranda. Back here we've got Cream Veranda and we've got Ballerina. Bosco Bell, another Bosco Bell. But it's not enjoyable for me when it just has one bloom. But I guess that's what's great about cuttings, is that you can just take your one cutting. This is Gentle Hermione, Peter's Joy, a Jalbert. Okay, in here we have Bliss, and then we have Gentle Hermione here. Gentle Hermione. And then we've got my favorite, Bliss. She is just such a superstar. Oh, this is Pearl d'Or. This is just such a unique rose. I think everyone should grow that. This is Kaleidoscope, and this has been bred by Schmidt, by Palatine, and it's just very unique. It changes colors based on, of course, the color, which most roses do, but this is drastic color changes. This is Vanessa Bell. This is the Shepherdess. Let's get out here and look at it from the other side. Sun is setting. Thank you. Sunsets are beautiful, but I just don't want it to ruin the colors of the roses. So this is Summer Memories, one of my favorite whites. Let's see, this is Claire Austin. Summer Memories. This is Summer Sun. And I did a video on this garden just this week. So you'll be able to see it just, you know, a few days prior. So this is Coral Lines Rose. This is Drift. And this is Ombre, Double Ombre by Jawbert. Oh, this is fun to see how it's kind of faded down and creamy. This is Eliza. I didn't show that the other day. And Eliza is also by Jawbert. This is Acropolis. That was Cathedral Bells. Volcano. Crazy Love. Augusta Louise. That's the Poet's Wife. This is Moonlight in Paris. And Moonlight in Paris is just a lot of black spot. Claire. Acropolis. Oh, this is Foxy Lady by Jawbert. And see if we can head down there. I'll admit, it wasn't a very great year for the pier pots, and 100% my fault. Pots really need to be fed once a week, and it was just so busy with our renovation that I was bad. Okay, this is I Caramba. So these are the Boleros. They really did well this season. I think Bolero is fantastic. No fertilizer. Well, I take that back. I did fertilize them once a month, just like the pots on the pier. But let's go ahead and get in here. The sun is still going down, but let's go ahead and get what we can with the light here. So see, the white is just so catchy. You know, it grabs your eye down here. So I do love white. This is Top Cream, and so that Top Cream is looking pink, which is fun. It's got that pink interior that we sometimes see on those stock photos. I am trying to see if they'll draw some hips for us. Let's go down here. You can see my Peggies out of control. I need to do a video this week to see if I can get them trained up a little bit. But the Top Creams are looking great. These are first year roses, people. So they are star roses, and a lot of you have asked me, you've seen the growth on them, how do you get them? Just look for that can. Honestly, I really think that Star is the only one that can sell the roses to the vendors. So as long as you're buying these varieties, you're going to be, you are going to be off to the right start. So this is Delish, and it has a really fun coloring to it, kind of like a wash, but it is very happy and wants to keep blooming here in November. But look at all that pretty color in here. It's going to be popping this week. I might have blooms that I can cut on my table for Thanksgiving. How fun will that be? All right, so let's head over to the side and see the Sweet Mademoiselles. So on this side, I also have Top Cream. This is Sweet Mademoiselle. Very impressive rose. It, for me, rivals Bliss. And you know how much I love Bliss, but it has been a real superstar this year. The blooms are huge, very deeply cupped, and it has just been outstanding. Now it's tall. You're gonna wanna give it some room. After every flush that you have, this is Earth Angel over here. After every flush you have, really, no matter what rose it is, unless you want a lot of height on your roses, you're really going to want to take them down by a third, no matter what rose it is. So a lot of people ask me, how do I keep my roses in check? Just make sure you're taking them down. And for me, I bring them down to about waist high. All right, so over here, this is Bolero. Bolero here. Raspberry Cupcake, Bliss. All right, so let's go over here to this side. Bolero smells amazing. Now, this, I really need to get a spotlight on Raspberry Cupcake because it's looking so pretty right now. Okay, and then of course it looks so pretty over there. Somebody mentioned on my video, you have so many Cortez roses. They just perform so well here. They really do. And they stand up to our humidity. They're just dependable. And if it's an unknown rose that I'm buying, if I see that is the breeder, I have a better chance of it succeeding here. Ooh, look at this one. This is Orchid Romance. And then this is Live. Very big bloom. Okay, look, the sun is going down on the side, so let's get that before it goes down completely. Who else is in bloom? As you know, we have nearly 1,000 roses, different roses. 1,000 roses. I'd have to look at different varieties. We might be at about 700 different varieties. So this is giving you a really good idea of the ones that keep blooming. This is White Veranda. And guess who? If you can't guess by now, you don't know me. This is Bliss. You can never have too much Bliss. This is the Pride, and Pride is, you can buy that from Palatine and IRP. Lots of blooms there. Let's see. This is my purple garden, so I've got a couple things in here as we finish up. This is Sensuous. I think this is Out of the Blue. Yes, Out of the Blue. This is Celestial Night. Twilight just finished up. Munstead Wood just finished up. Mary just finished. Lady of Meganch. You might be able to get this from K&M. K&M has older David Austins, so does Garden Roses LLC. High Country Roses has older David Austins. This is Plum Perfect. This one is Poseidon. And then Poseidon. Look how pretty the bloom is when it first starts. Oh, Nicole. Love Nicole. I think I got this from Witherspoon. Who did I get it from? Yep, Witherspoon. I have 3 of them here. So there you go. That is our garden in fall. And I apologize for everything being kind of a mess. You know, we've got the renovation going on, and it's been kind of hard some days to get myself going because it can be depressing when your yard isn't as you want. But I just take it one bat at a time. So thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to show you the progress in the spring and everything that's in bloom and all the new roses that I've got. If you stick around, I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days to show you all of the roses that didn't make it this year and the roses that I'm planning on adding in the next season. Thanks so much, Rosebuds. I'll see you in the next video.